December 19th, 1777, Friday. Mama has sent me upstairs for the afternoon for quarreling with Tom Fitzgerald at school. He threw mud at my shoes and splattered my hem, so I kicked him. He is such a child. Papa returned from town with great news. General George Washington and his troops are marching here to Valley Forge to make winter quarters. Papa says the soldiers are in poor spirits after losing the capital city, Philadelphia, to the British. General Washington chose to winter here to prevent the Redcoats from capturing more of Pennsylvania.
Abigail, come to supper.
We've a cold night ahead.
When will the soldiers arrive?
Tomorrow. Mayhaps tonight. The road is already frozen. That'll make it easier for them to move their armaments.
Can you imagine? Soldiers in our valley, marching and drilling in their handsome uniforms.
Will they fight many battles here?
Wars are not fought in the winter, Sally. The soldiers spend their time mending their wounds and conditioning themselves for when fighting resumes in the spring. Gracious Father, thou hast bestowed favor upon this family.
Papa? What is that sound?
Drums. And fifes. The army is here. Stay at the house. Girls, go back in the house.
Abby, Sally, come in, please.
But I wanted to greet the soldiers.
It's much too cold.
We will do everything we can.
What did he want?
General Washington is telling all those who live within 70 miles of the Army's encampment that we must thresh 1/2 of our grain by the first day in February, and the other half by the first day of March. The soldiers are also in dire need of clothing. I told the officer that I would make as many shoes as I could.
I can sew for them. I can make them some winter coats.
I'll sew for them as well. They'll be in sore need of warm clothing.
The officer also informed me that the school is to be closed. The Army will be using it as a hospital until they leave.
Look, someone else is coming.
Good day, Accountant folks. I'm Billy Lee. I'm General Washington's personal servant. The General has set up headquarters not far up the road, and Lady Washington will be arriving soon from Mount Vernon. They'll be needing a laundress. They'll pay 40 shillings a month. That's a silver coin, not paper.
We would like to accept, but it will place a heavy burden on the family. The girls' chores will be greatly increased.
I might not. It would truly be an honor to help General Washington.
Certainly it would.
You think we'll meet General Washington, Mama?
I know not. He's a man of many responsibilities. We must mind our manners.
Mayhaps we'll meet Lady Washington as well. She's one of the wealthiest women in the colonies. I heard she and the General live in an enormous mansion with hundreds of servants.
If you will follow me, the laundry's in the kitchen. His name is Pierre. The boy. He's from France. The old man beside him is Baron von Steuben. He's from Prussia. Benjamin Franklin met him in Paris and asked him to come to America to help train our soldiers. He speaks no English, so Pierre interprets for him. And this is Azor, the Baron's dog.
I know for whom I shall sew my first winter coat. It shall be for Pierre, as a gift to welcome him to America. After we've finished with the General's laundry, I shall begin sewing it, and I shall embroider my name in the collar, so Pierre will always remember who made it for him.
Here we are. The General and his staff thank you for your kindness, ma'am.
The General and his staff? All day we worked, dipping and scrubbing and wringing. The kettle boiled for hours. I hauled water until my knees bled from the bucket banging them. I was so very tired. How was I to know there would be so much?
We've enough water. Help me hang the rest, then you can join Sally and ready for bed.
What's that?
Stay at the house.
Father! Be careful! What is it?
They've taken 2 of our pigs.
The soldiers?
They're cold and starving. A man will resort to desperate measures to stay alive.
I tried to understand why the soldiers would steal from us. But still I was cross. Our family is doing all we can to help the army. It just doesn't seem fair. It's past bedtime. and I've never felt so tired. After many days of laundry, my hands are raw. My fingers are peeling at the tips. But I will not sleep. I must finish my work on Pierre's winter coat, no matter how long it may take.
Pierre will love it.
Abby! Abby?
I've never seen such a fine coat.
It's Lady Washington's. She arrived this morning. The general was sure pleased to see her.
It must be terribly exciting being married to the general, or any soldier for that matter. It shan't be difficult to spot her. She's an elegant woman of the highest culture and sophistication.
Oh, nonsense, Mary. We more than enough to spare. I'll take these to the camp with me.
Do you see her yet?
Not yet, but I'm certain she must be somewhere in this house.
Oh, Mary, cheese wheels. Cheese wheels. As many as you can spare.
And who are these dear children?
Ma'am, this is Abigail and Sally Stewart. And this is their mother, Sarah. These are the ones that laundered your husband's shirts.
Oh, thank you, Billy. I am so very pleased to meet you. Thank you for your help. The old man's clothes are as clean as the day they were sewn.
Thank you, Mrs. Washington. Welcome to Valley Forge.
Yes, a most pleasant stretch of land, I must say. And such congenial citizens. The Army is very grateful for all the assistance you and your neighbors have given. Might I ask you a question?
I never imagined a woman so cultured would be so plain and pallid.
Is that Pierre? Aren't you going to give him the coat?
Shh. He's busy now. Mayhaps later.
He shall never learn your name, my dear, unless you introduce yourself.
She made a coat for him, but he's too busy right now to give it to him.
Oh, nonsense. Come, my dear. Pierre, je vous présente Mademoiselle Abigail Stewart. She lives in the area, and she has made a gift for you.
Why, thank you, Miss Stewart. I shall treasure these.
You're welcome.
There now. Splendid gift. Quite useful, too. Abby, mayhaps you would care to assist me in bringing food and supplies to the soldiers in camp.
Yes, ma'am.
Abby.
Good.
There I was, riding into the army camp with the wife of the commander-in-chief. I could scarcely believe my good fortune. That is, until we entered the encampment.
They are ordinary men, Abigail. Farmers, laborers, craftsmen, representing each of the 13 colonies. They left their homes 2 years ago as strangers, bonded only by one common goal: independence from the tyranny of British rule. It has not been easy. The Redcoats greatly outnumber us and have many more weapons at their disposal. But we must not give up. Not ever. What is your name, dear?
Helen Kern.
Is this your husband, Helen? Shall we pray for him? They've come to take your husband to the surgeon. Come. Come, Helen. Come.
A day has passed, and yet I still hear the screams of that young soldier. My heart aches as I think of the terrible sacrifices our soldiers are making in quest for freedom. And I can't help but wonder, is it worth it?
Cannon fire. Billy Lee said the soldiers have begun drilling in the valley.
More shoes. Every cobbler within 50 miles is working as fast as he can, and it's still not enough.
Papa, did you ask about the young soldier and his wife?
After the surgeon amputated his legs, his fever grew worse. He passed away during the night.
What's to become of his wife, Helen Kern?
She has no family. The army says if she does not find a young soldier to marry within 3 weeks, she must leave the encampment.
She must come and stay with us.
We've no room. Where would she stay?
She can sleep with Sally and me. In our room.
Good morning, girls.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Abby? I want to thank you for assisting me in the camp the other day. Your companionship was of much value to me. So, how is Helen Kern faring?
She does not talk much. She still heartsore over losing her husband.
Well, it's a wonderful deed you've done taking her in.
There's my coat. Pierre's not wearing it.
Mayhaps it didn't fit. Or else he's warm enough without it.
But it's freezing outside.
Mayhaps he's not outside.
Mrs. Washington,
Yes.
have you seen Pierre about?
Yes, he's down in the valley with Baron von Steuben, drilling with the soldiers.
You're doing fine, Helen. It shan't be much longer.
I can't do this. I can't.
Yes, you can, but you must keep on pushing.
The baby's coming.
Once again now. Push! Yes, yes. It's a boy.
Papa, baby's here. It's a boy.
He's beautiful, Helen. If only his father could be here to see him.
Look well upon this child, my daughters. This is what soldiers like Helen's husband are fighting for. The hope that children such as he will grow and flourish in a free country. Their country.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Tell me, how is Helen's baby doing?
He is in good health and getting stronger every day.
I am so pleased to hear that. Oh, Abby, if you linger for a moment, I heard that Pierre and Baron von Steuben will soon be returning from the fields.
I can see Pierre's finally found use for my coat. How thoughtless. I worked so hard. I made it for him to keep him warm during the cold winter. I suppose the real reason why I made it for him was merely just to impress him.
Well, the dog certainly seems impressed.
And it is such a nice fit.
Abby, I have another wagon stocked with food ready to take to the soldiers in camp. Would you care to assist me?
Yes, ma'am.
There you are. I'm going to look in on a few of the sick soldiers. You may stay here if you wish.
No. I'll go with you. Why is he only covered in straw?
Blankets are in short supply. He's had the fever for 6 days now. Doctors fear he will not live out the week.
Life is slowly returning back to normal here in Valley Forge. It feels so good to know that I, Abigail Jane Stewart, have done my part for our soldiers. Today we busied ourselves with a much-needed spring cleaning. The army is on the mend and growing in size, and new recruits arrive every day.
The army shall be leaving in a matter of days, and so shall I. I want to thank you and your family on behalf of the General and myself. You have been a treasured friend these few months.
Thank you, Mrs. Washington.
Now, inside there, you shall find a little something for your mother, Sally, and yourself. God bless you, my dear.
think back to when I first saw Lady Washington, and how plain and unsophisticated she seemed to me. But today, as I say goodbye, I see her as the most courageous, loving person I have ever met.
$40 per month for headquarters laundry. With fond wishes to Mr. and Mrs. Stewart, Abigail, Sally, and Helen Kern. We spent just a brief time together, but I shall always remember you. Martha Washington. Oh, look at this. Oh, look at the work. Sally.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is Ben Valentine of the 2nd Pennsylvania Brigade. I've come to speak to Miss Abigail Stewart, if I may.
I'm Abigail.
I wanted to thank you for giving me your cloak when I was so ill. No one has ever done such a nice thing for me. Ever. Well, I must return to my ranks. Thank you again, miss.
Look at them. If ever our army was ready to stand up to the British, I believe it is now.
George Washington. A hush has fallen over the valley. I've forgotten how quiet it used to be, and how much I love the stillness. I often think about Lady Washington and the sad and painful events I witnessed with her. But she was right. You must never give up, because it is worth it. Through all the suffering and fear, strength has been gained, and once again, hope fills our hearts.